LSU is sharing some data with us, some good news. Crash data indicates that we're down to 667 fatalities last year. Still a high number, but if you compare that to 2007, where we had 993 fatalities, it's a substantial improvement.
What were some of the reasons for the drop in traffic fatalities?
I think that's a comprehensive effort. It has to do with a lot of the strategies that the state and the federal government put forward to drive down those fatalities. I think that better engineering creates safer roads, safer vehicles, and we also have to give credit to driver behavior. Our seatbelt compliance rate is up to 79% this year, which is the highest in our history. If you compare that to the 12% rate that was registered back in 1986, that's quite an improvement.
What about the role of DUI enforcement around the state?
DWI enforcement is very important. A very high percentage of our fatalities are alcohol related, and everything that we can do to reduce those DWIs, those drunks on the road, will decrease our fatality rate.
And the report also showed an indication in terms of seatbelt use among particular types of vehicles.
Yes, our at-risk group are males, pickup truck drivers. So those are the types that we want to focus on. Those have a tendency not to wear seatbelts as much as other groups, such as females or people in vans or SUVs. So we want to put the effort where it'll do the most good. And if we focus on those type, that compliance will go up, and conversely, our fatality rate will go down.
Today's report says that we have continued with the decline in fatalities, which started 4 years ago, and we have seen a dramatic reduction of the crash rate for youth, and we have seen an increase in seatbelt usage in the state.
Tell us, what are the contributing factors when a fatality accident occurs?
The main contributing factors, 85% of drivers killed were either using alcohol or not wearing a seatbelt or driving aggressively. That means with high speed or other aggressive driving behavior.
Just how serious is the problem of aggressive driving?
So aggressive driving is a significant problem in the state of Louisiana, but it's also related to alcohol use. And so the combination of those alcohol usage, aggressive driving, and not wearing the seatbelt are the main kind of contributing factors.
After reviewing all the crash data, what's your recommendation to drivers?
My recommendation is first, wear your seatbelt, don't drink and drive, and follow the state law about speed limits.
The report also talked about distracted driving, texting, and cell phone uses while driving. Just how much of a problem is that?
Well, when you're driving, your attention should be on your driving. It shouldn't be on focusing on the radio or cell phone use or texting or anything else such as talking to the other companions in the vehicle overly. The more attention that you can put on driving, the more attention you'll have on the road and the less chance you'll have of being involved in a crash.
So what are the trends that you've seen in Louisiana highway driving over the last 10, 20 years?
We had about close to 1,000 fatalities in the years 2000 to 2008. Over the last 4 years, we have seen a dramatic decline to 676 fatalities in 2011. So the trend is probably going to flatten out and stay at this level. In 2012, we can expect about the same number of fatalities as in 2011.
What are the reasons for that fewer people are dying on the highways in Louisiana?
There are a variety of reasons. Overall, the seatbelt usage is up, and drinking and driving among youth is way down. So those are the main factors.
Are you encouraged by what the report shows this year?
Yes, I'm very encouraged. Especially that alcohol usage among youth drivers has declined considerably, and we have seen an increase in seatbelt usage. Those are the real good signs.
Are you encouraged by the report that, as you've seen it here today?
I'm very encouraged. We're fortunate to have a reduction for the last 4 years in fatalities, but we need to continue the effort because some preliminary data shows that we may inch up just a little bit or perhaps flatten out this year. So we need to continue that push.
What's your best advice for people when they drive?
Don't drive drunk, don't get in a car with the drunk driver, and always wear your seatbelt.
Tell us about the related costs with traffic fatalities.
Traffic crashes not only lead to deaths, but they also are a significant part of costs that are associated with crashes. And the costs for the state of Louisiana are around $5 billion a year that relate to the cost of traffic crashes. So every change in the trend will affect these costs, will affect the insurance premiums that we all pay for insuring our cars. And the insurance premiums are among the highest in Louisiana among all 50 states. And so the reduction in fatalities and crashes will hopefully lead to a reduction in insurance premiums along the way.
If people have questions or like more information, what should they do?
They can always go to the Highway Safety Commission website, or they can go to the Highway Safety Research website that Dr. Snyder just presented here.